Welcome back. Later this year, Clevelanders will elect the city's 58th mayor, but number 55 is back in the spotlight this week.
That is former Mayor Mike White, who served 3 terms before leaving his hometown for life on the farm.
He typically shuns all media attention, though recently he agreed to an exclusive interview with Leon-Bibb. In his office these days, the vineyards of Tuscarawas County.
It is just after sunrise as morning slips over the rolling hills of Tuscarawas County. Under a quiet sky, the farm is beginning to come to life. Its vineyard, lush with grapes, although not yet ready for harvest, soak up the sun. Nearby alpacas, which are part of the barnyard scene, lazily move into the day. But here the owner of Yellow Butterfly Winery and Farm is moving quickly about his spread. For most Clevelanders, the face is familiar. The farmer is 100 miles from Cleveland City Hall, which he once led. It was a surprise when he and his wife JoAnn left Cleveland in 2008 for the tranquility of Newcomerstown, Ohio.
While people looked at our move here as something must be wrong with them, for us it was pretty natural.
Decades later, he seems to have found a comfortable footing in this agricultural area, surrounded by the hills and the quiet of country life. In Newcomerstown, nearest neighbors are often a good stretch apart. But when there is a problem, there is a shoulder-to-shoulder approach. He tells the story of a fire on a neighboring property. The volunteer fire department couldn't handle it all.
The neighbors around me, men and women, began picking up the hose and holding the hose behind the volunteer fires to make sure they had some strength to it. I went right over there and picked up the hose.
All the neighbors throughout Tuscarawas County know of White's Yellow Butterfly Winery, which is quite the tourist attraction. White rents out the barn he turned into a party center. The beat of live music and the flow of wine keep a rhythm going. Mike White has found a passion here.
It called me the same way being mayor called me.
It is a long way from the ins and outs of big city politics in Cleveland, but Mike White seems to have made the transition right here to the gently rolling hills of Tuscarawas County. He says although he loved politics in Cleveland, he's also found another love right here, the love of the peace and happiness in the life of the farmer in the valley. He is a man who walked away from city streets and sidewalks of politics to the softer underfoot of farm life. Although Yellow Butterfly is uppermost in his thoughts today, Mike White gives you the feeling there are strong thoughts of the city he left.
I may live here, and this is my home now, but I love Cleveland. I love the people in it.
Operating a winery takes patience. After all, the grapes take their time in ripening, readying themselves for harvest. Mike White hopes the yield will be good this year. Regardless, you get the feeling that however good will be the yield of the grapes or the vintage of the wine, he has found a flow of life, where his cup runneth over. With Mike White down on the farm, this is Leon-Bibb, 3 News.